Let's go upstairs to Cassidy, standing by with Steph Curry.
Yeah, I am here with the two-time MVP, the three-time champ, the reigning scoring champ, and a guy who just made history. First player in NBA history to sign two $200 million contracts, Steph. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
And second of all, aside from the money, how much went into that decision to extend with the Warriors?
I mean, a lot. Obviously, I've been there my entire career, and we've had some amazing, successes as a team. And to have the opportunity to, secure in the next 5 years and understand what we're trying to rebuild and, balance that win now mentality with, developing some of the young guys who are here and just what that pursuit means, I'm all for it. And, that's my home, and I'm excited to take on that challenge with my guys for the next 5 years.
And that win-now mentality the last 2 years looked a little different for you guys. Despite the injuries, you made quite a run on the heels of just your absurd performances in the spring. You talked about wanting to make last season count. Do you feel like it did?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously wanted to get past the play-in game and give ourselves a shot at making a run in the playoffs. It obviously didn't happen. Had two tough losses against LA and Memphis, but we showed a lot of fight, a lot of grit, knowing that we were kind of shorthanded all year long, and some guys were getting an opportunity, right in front of their eyes, and trying to make the most of it. So, myself and Draymond, we love the challenge all year, and think, obviously, there's no consolation prizes in this game, but there's a lot to build on. We maintain our culture, our pursuit of excellence, and for these young guys who, like two guys we drafted, and hopefully getting Clay back as soon as possible, like, we have full confidence that we are still that team. We obviously have to go out and prove it, but that's kind of the vibe right now, and we're just trying to stay patient with it.
I assume you're enjoying Clay's boat videos as much as
it's the best content in the world.
Right, but you would much rather have him by your side on the court. How have your conversations been going, and what can you tell us about how his rehab is going?
I think Kevon Looney said it the other day, like, he's confident, he's energetic, he's in a good pace or space mentally, knowing that this has been a long 2 years for him. And we're not going to keep reminding him how long it's been, but he understands the work that's ahead of him and the opportunity that's ahead of him to come back to the Clay that we all know and love, and I know that's what his expectations are. So he's put in the work, and it was great to have him around all year, even though he wasn't playing in the locker room, and bringing that energy for us. And once we get back to training camp, it'll be right at the end of his rehab progress that we can help him get him over the hump and get him back out there on the court.
Well, speaking of returns, got a Finals MVP returning to the squad as well. How much conversation did you have with Andre Iguodala about his decision to come back?
I mean, honestly, a lot of that was just kind of on his own, understanding what he feels like he has left in the tank, and that's the thing that, for him in this space, it's not just where he's finishing; it's that he understands he has a lot left to give on the court, and he's extremely motivated. So he understands how we do things. He was a part of building, our culture and our championship run. So to have the balance of the presence that he brings in our locker room, the veteran leadership, but also, he's not just going to be on the bench. He's going to be out there on the floor doing, and contributing and doing things that he's used to doing. So that's what we're all the way excited about.
Well, the Warriors may not have won a title this year, but Draymond got a gold. I'm not sure if behind closed doors you were giving him some mess about their start, because if you did, you probably heard from him.
Yeah.
We may be expecting him to show up here at Summer League, but what were your conversations with him about their run there in Tokyo?
I've been a part of World Championship Team USA experiences. He's obviously been a part of the 2016 gold medal team. This was such a unique experience in terms of their training camp and building that chemistry and a lot of new guys. I don't think they were putting too much weight on the exhibition series here and some of the early losses. It honestly motivated them to, once they got to Tokyo, once they got Drew and Chris and D Book out of the finals and on the team, like, they had that chip on their shoulder, and that's all that talk about, the world catching up and all that type of stuff. That's true, but at the end of the day, KD said it, the skill set was unmatched, and it was awesome to just see them get the job done and celebrate accordingly with the most epic, trash talking I've ever seen. So
Yeah.
it was big time.
I think he's still sending tweets out as we speak.
As he should.
Steph, thank
As
you
he
so
should.
much for taking the time to sit with us here at Summer League, and enjoy watching your Rooks out there.
Absolutely appreciate it, cousin.
We'll be back from Las Vegas after the break.